Hi, I'm Pam Cullen from 3 Mile Pond Girl Creates, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Augusta, Maine. And today I'd like to show you how I made this card using the Irresistible Bloom stamp set. And if you are a subscriber to my channel, then you would remember that my last video also featured this stamp set as well as the dies. And I wanted to bring that card back in and just show you that with one stamp set, you can get several different looks. You can create different patterns, different looks. If you don't have the dies, you can still create this card without the dies. And so it's very versatile. It's a very versatile stamp set, and I love the florals and I love the fonts in this and the saying. So today we're not going to be using any dies. We're just going to be using stamps, ink, and paper, and it's very simple because we're going to use 3 inks, 3 stamps, and do a little bit of layering. And so this card is going to be fast and easy, and it's going to be fun to put together. So let's get started. Let me show you the pieces that we're going to use for this card. Oops, one just went flying. So we have a 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Pebble Path that's been scored at 4 1/4, and so that will be the base for our card. Then we have 2 5 1/4 by 4 pieces. One will be our front layer and the other one will be for our inside piece of our card. Then we have 2 more pieces of the basic white, and one of these layers is 4 by 2 1/4, and the other one is 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. And then we have our Pebble Path layers that are 4 1/4 by 2 1/2 and 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. And don't worry, you don't have to remember all of these measurements because I will have them below this video and on my blog when this video posts. So you don't have to remember all those. I'll have those for you. So how we're going to start this card is we're going to go ahead and take our white pieces. We'll set this one for the inside to the side for a minute, and we're going to layer these up. And this is not a Stampin' Up! Product, but it's a Tombow product, and this is removable adhesive. And so we're going to use that for this card because we want to be able to take these pieces off to put our layers on once we get done stamping. And so you'll see what I'm talking about before we do that. What I'm actually going to do first is, now that I say that, I'm going to bring in a little piece of scrap paper to stamp on here, and we're going to stamp the sentiment because I want to get the sentiment on there first, so then we'll know what areas we can put those flowers on, and it just seems like an easier if you get that done first. So again, we're going to be using that Pebble Path ink, and we're just going to put this a little bit over on the left hand side of our page. There we go. So there's that stamped, and now that will allow us to know where we can put our floral pieces on, our floral stamps on this. So now we can take these pieces, and we're going to take this one first, and we're just going to put one little strip. Oops, I'm hanging it upside down. Nope. One little strip of that adhesive tape on the back of this, and then we're going to try to center it. We're going to give a little bit of space on the sides and up and down to put this piece on. Set that down a little bit, and then we're going to do the same thing on this piece. We're just going to put one strip of that adhesive, and then we're going to put this piece layered across that piece. There. And so then I'm going to bring that sheet back in because we're going to stamp off this a little bit. So we're going to take our Bubble Bath ink and our Moody Mauve ink, And I'm just going to, whoops, a little dimensional back there, all over the place. Then we're just going to, I'm going to start with that largest floral stamp. And I'm just going to stamp these randomly around the edges of our card here, card pieces. There we go. And then we'll take the smaller floral piece with that bubble bath ink, and we'll just start to fill in some of these spaces. I'm just not going to restamp that and give it a little bit different look there. Yep, and there's no special thing to this. You just I'm just kind of moving my stamp around a little bit and filling those spaces in. I think I'll put one more here, a little bit here. Okay, so now let me move this so you can see what we've done here. So there we have our stamped pieces. Just close these. Look at this. Okay, so now we're going to bring in our layered pieces, and as you'll see, now these pieces are going to pop right off here because we're using that removable adhesive. So it holds our pieces in place to do our stamping, but it doesn't tear the paper when you rip it off. So this is a really neat product. And again, it's not a Stampin' Up! Product, but it's a Tombow product, so it works really great for this type of product. So then I'm just going to take my liquid glue, and we're gonna glue this first layer down. And I know you're probably thinking, what in the world? This does not look very good right now. But don't worry, it'll get better as we go along here. So then we're going to take this smaller piece, and we'll put that, we'll glue that on here. Whoops, let me get the camera here. So then we're going to line that up even on all the sides, and then this last piece as well. And so you've got that little piece of adhesive in the middle that's going to help this stick down, and then you just put you can add your glue right on top of that. Okay, so here we go. So now we have our 3 pieces, and what we're going to do now is, you'll see as we go here, once we put these together, all of our floral pieces are going to once again line up. And I'll put this one on too so you can just see. So then when you glue this down, all those pieces, your white spaces that you had when you stamped don't show anymore, and you have that whole look of, it's kind of like a masking, like when you do masking on a card. So anyway, I think this is really simple and fun, and it gives you just a different look and dimension to your card. And it's fast and easy, and like I said, you can use any colors, any stamps, any paper combination that you want. But I just felt like this Irresistible Blooms one was a really great, I love the florals in this. And so I thought, well, let's just keep the theme going. And everybody at the card class enjoyed this set. Said, wow, I really love this now that I'm working with it. Sometimes you look at a stamp set and you think, oh, that's pretty, but I don't really know how to use it. And then when you start working with it, you realize just how great, how fun, and how pretty it is. So see what I mean? Look how fast this card came together. I think it's really pretty. And so now we just need to stamp our inside piece for that. So I'm going to just bring back those two floral stamps, and we'll stamp a few of those flowers on the inside of our card, and we'll be done. So again, I'm just going to use that big one in the Moody Mauve, and I'll put that kind of here. And then we'll do our bubble baths on this side, just gonna put a little there. There, that just ties our card all together. And again, like I said, I'm not going to put a sentiment in this one because a lot of times I just leave them blank and then put a sentiment in when I get ready to send it to someone. So there we go. There's our card all done. And so here's the first card I made, second card I made, and you can, you know, like I said, make your own colors. I'd love to, if you make one of these, to send me a picture. I'd love to see what you came up with for your card. And if you have any questions, I'd love to chat with you. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And right now we are having bonus days during the month of July. So for every $50 you spend, you get a code, code for $5 to spend in the month of August. So it's a really great time to get some of those things. There's some great online exclusives that have just come out. There's the one horse open sleigh. I'm probably not saying the name right, but I'll put it right in the description. And there's the new Trucking Along, which is wonderful, and I have that coming in, so probably my next video will be on that. And I think that one's going to be hugely popular. And so there's a lot of great things. The clearance rack has been updated, so there's lots of things and exciting new products to see. So again, just send me an email or reach out if you're interested. There's a new mini catalog coming out, so if you'd like me to send you a catalog, just send me a message with your contact information and I'll get that right out to you. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would do that, and you can hit that little bell for notifications when I post another video. So thank you so much for stopping by for this quick and easy card today, and I will be back with another video real soon. Take care.